Crafters, have you felt like you're being watched in your game, or had a question as to who can rival Herobrine, or does he have a counterpart? Well, yeah, their name is Null, so let me tell you 10 things about him. Coming in at number 10, who is Null? Sometimes called the original Null to distinguish him from the anti-Null. The entity leaves signs with the word Null on them. This is not in any way creepy or unnatural, it's just due to the phrasing failure by Java. Placing down a sign in 1.7, load into the world 1.8, and then load back into the world again in 1.7. And the unoccupied spaces in your signs will change to Null. Null's personality is that he is cold. He's also vicious, ruthless, cunning, and cruel. He seems to at least be ambitious, if not greedy, and he's also curious and determined, as it shows by finding Herobrine's power source on his own, when it took Steve ages by the help of 9 animators. But he is a clone of Herobrine. However, his skin was corrupted, thus making it unbelievable loyal to his possible maker, Herobrine, and rarely fails him, and maybe Herobrine's favorite minion. That's my homie, and he got a minion? What? Coming in at number 9, Intimidation. Null seemingly inflicts terror onto players. Null can cause amnesia and can easily intimidate players through his stare alone. Cause as if his death stare wasn't bad enough, the fact that he has this power is just deadly. We already have mobs that we can't look at. Cough, cough, Enderman, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't need another figure in the game that I can't look at in the eyes alone. I am not trying to get more brain damage that I already have. I don't need this type of stress, cause this, yeah, it is very stressful indeed. Yes, Null is a black shadow entity, but oh my god, a shadow Deathstalker around each corner. Jeez, talking about this is just making my head hurt. Maybe Null might be behind the camera. Hey Null, if you are behind there, you want to give me some Advil if you're gonna lurk? Jeez. Coming in at number 8, Skill. Null has a good Neo-like reflexes. Yeah, I say Neo, right? And it is quite skillful in melee combat. I guess Null took the right pill from Morpheus. It can be argued that the only reason that Alex actually survived and won was because of the so-called plot armor and the fact that it would be a shame to see a villain win. But really though, alright, really, a villain likes to get some shine every now and then, even if they are the anti-hero. Look at Venom. I mean, I'd rather Carnage, but look at Venom. He's not so bad, alright? Yeah, he kills people, and he may also eat people too, but he also still has a heart, right? Well, I mean, it's Eddie Brock's heart, but you get what I'm saying. So yeah, just let Null's reflexes shine to the top, and it's just proof that he has to be on his P's and Q's. Like, to coincide with the homie Brine, yeah, to see this pair, it's kind of like Goku and Vegeta. Coming in at number 7, Null's sword. Null has one of the most badass swords in the game, and it is very, very powerful sword. Okay, with the simple cut motions, it stops all abilities. But this is also his weakness, because the more you stop, the less and less the sword gets done, and pretty much the sword is going to be gone and broken. And only Null can have it dropped or made if he feels like it. And honestly, it's the weapon that he needs for the demise of other players, good or bad. And one thing I enjoy about this is the handle and the sheath around it. The red and black tones baking behind the iron sword, or so you can presume, because the tip is definitely bright white over the darkish gray. But yeah, being able to stop the ability stone cold like nothing you could do will harm him. And when I say he will just go slice bye-bye to whatever you just tossed at him. You know, he loves that sword, man. Coming in at number 6, Telekinesis. Null can control his digital surroundings using his mind. Yeah, you heard me correctly. He can move things with his mind. Calm down, Professor X. Okay, this dude Null is crazy. Like, more and more we talk about him, he really does sound like our homie Brine. I mean, he did find his source of powers, and him and Hero get along really well. I mean, he is Hero's right-fisted man, since, you know, we don't really have hands in the game, right? So it would make sense to why they're so close, as he has this power. Anytime it comes to powers, like, I kind of want some of that flavor. Controlling things with my mind, oh my god, cooking will be done so much faster. Or imagine work, completing your daily task just by thinking about it. Man, Null, show me the way for this one at least, please. I won't tell nobody except the Minecraft Nightmare viewers. That's you guys, you know what I'm saying? Of course I'm going to share that spice with y'all. Come on now, if I got some of that information, oh, I'm definitely going to give it to you. Midway through at number 5, immortality. Now this one is a lot different than Herobrine's immortality. Nothing kills Null. Whatever it is, it will remain intact as if nothing even had happened to it except his own sword. You hear the difference. He was killed by Nitrox using his sword in a Null versus Nitrox, and Alex returns the sword to him by turning it into glass. But that leads back to him only getting bested by his own sword. And you know, like what I stated earlier, that he can't just be killed out of the blue, and this sets him aside. Well, it kind of sets him and Hero aside because it's a legit, he's not immortal, but even his weapons can kill him. So that just makes him even stronger or somewhat want to evolve. With Null, alright, Hero is showing this young Padawan the ways of the Minecraft force, and damn it, it is working. Soon, the day Homie Brine passes away, Null will have to take his spot. No cap. He's learning. Will get stronger than Herobrine, but not right now. Coming in at number 4, what does he like? Again, something referring to his counterpart Hero, or should I say Homie? Well, we know about Homie Brine's pyrokinetic powers, right? Well, did you know Null loves fire too? And not just any fire, explosive fire. Like, he legit likes to blow up with TNT, let alone booming players and killing the players. Null Entity is a real psychopath and is on the route of death. Honestly, he's pretty much on the route for the death chamber, you know? Good luck catching him. He lives for the hunt and dies for the funk. Biggie! But all jokes aside though, having a hero flame up the surroundings, Null focuses all of his attention and energy, making your life a living hell. And some of the tips and tricks he's learned from his so-called daddy Brine, but the thought of calling Homie Brine daddy, Brine, oh jeez. But Mojang, please, just don't listen to that part, okay? Just keep updating the game like GTA. Coming in at number 3, superhuman abilities. Null's speed is above the speed of sound. His muscular strength can lift up to 3 tons with his little finger. Yeah, maybe it's the baby finger, the pinky. Yeah, another pure blood man of steel. But this one is kind of like the dark Superman, sporting that black and red, just evil, and I kind of love it. But in the craft world, you just gotta be careful running into any mob with these type of abilities. Why? Because you can't see anyone that moves at the speed of sound. Okay, maybe you might be able to see him, but you definitely can't hear him. And let's put it this way. Imagine getting hit by a freight train, but you don't hear it coming. Yeah, you might be dead, but you just got hit so fast because you couldn't hear the damn train coming. Think of this as Null. Yeah, big black shadow freight train moving at the speed of sound. Yep, I am passing go, collecting my 200, and I don't want that noise or do not want that smoke. Coming in at number 2, damage reflection. This is one of the good ones. Not only can Null have this superpower and certain abilities, there is one thing I did not mention. He has damage reflection. Yeah, he could dish everything you throw at him. No clap back for this guy because everything is getting tossed right back at you. He don't need no shields, nothing, just the force of his hand and possibly the sword swinging at you. To think this guy's kind of like the Sith Lord, like, look at him really close. All he needs some lightning coming out of his fist and a force choke. And what do you got? You got Darth Null, aka the Darth Vader. Finally, at number 1, Omega Null. This form occurs at the request of Herobrine. When Herobrine becomes the Omega virus from the request of what? Like, excuse me? I know I just said Herobrine has a pet, like, you know, his right-fisted man, but damn, at the request, like, he be like Optimus Prime. Autobots roll out, but in this case, it's the Decepticons, and Hero and Null is running the world like, nah. Null could have just been the regular Null, I would have been okay with, but even the Ender Null, but Omega Virus, like, what the you thought I was gonna swear, but nah, you know, this is such a cool way. Homie Brine has taken the game to a whole new level, and yet again, this time, it's with Null. And there you have it, guys, the top 10 things to know about Null. You gotta champion those who champion you. I am Crafting J. Until the next time, we are out. Peace.